You are the children of the Lord your God. You shall neither cut yourselves nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead. For you are a holy people to the Lord your God, and the Lord has chosen you to be a treasured people for him. Out of all the nations that are upon the earth, you shall not eat any abomination. These are the animals that you may eat: ox, lamb, and kid, gazelle, deer, and antelope, ibex, chamois, bison, and giraffe, and every animal that has a split hoof and has a hoof cloven into two hoof sections. Choose the cut among the animals that you may eat. But you shall not eat of those that chew the cud, or of those that have the split hooves, the cloven one, the camel, the hyrax, and the hare, for they chew the cud, but do not have split hooves. They are unclean for you. And the pig, because it has a split hoof, but does not chew the cud, it is unclean. For you shall neither eat of their flesh nor touch their carcass. These you may eat of all that are in the waters, all that have fins and scales you may eat, but whatever does not have fins and scales, you shall not eat it. It is unclean for you. You may eat every clean bird, but these are those from which you shall not eat: the eagle, or the griffin, vulture, the ossifrage, the osprey, and the white vulture, and the black vulture, and the kite after its species, and every raven after its species, and the ostrich, and the owl, and the gull, and the hawk after its species, the falcon, and the ibis, and the bat, and the pelican, and the magpie, and the cormorant, and the stork, and the heron, and its species, and the hoopoe, and the atalef. And every flying insect is unclean for you. They may not be eaten. You may eat any clean fowl. You shall not eat any carcass. You may give it to the stranger who is in your cities, that he may eat it, or you may sell it to a foreigner. For you are a holy people to the Lord your God. You shall not cook a kid in its mother's milk. You shall tithe all the seed crop that the field gives forth year by year. You shall eat before the Lord your God in the place he chooses to establish his name therein. The tithes of the grain, your wine, and your oil, and your firstborn of your cattle and of your sheep, so that you may learn to fear the Lord your God all the days. And if the way be too long for you, that you are unable to carry it, for the place which the Lord your God will choose to establish his name therein is too far from you, for the Lord your God will bless you. And you shall turn it into money, and bind up the money in your hand, and you shall go to the place the Lord your God will choose. You shall turn that money into whatever your soul desires: cattle, sheep, new wine, or old wine, or whatever your soul desires. You shall eat there before the Lord your God, and you shall rejoice, you and your household. And as for the Levite who is in your cities, you shall not forsake him, for he has neither portion nor inheritance with you. At the end of 3 years you shall take out all the tithe of your crop in that year, and place it in your cities. And the Levite, because he has no portion or inheritance with you, and the stranger, and the orphan, and the widow who are in your cities, will come and eat and be satisfied, so that the Lord your God will bless you in all the work of your hand that you will do.